Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the 8 Count Boxing Hour. Tonight we have a great heavyweight matchup for you. Former world contender and NABF champ Alex Garcia takes on current hotshot Ed Donaldson out of Mobile, Alabama. And right now let's take a look at some of the keys to the victory. First of all, for Alex Garcia, he needs to use his experience. He's got 37 wins and 4 defeats. He's got plenty of experience. Don't be shy. Lately he's been kind of shy to let his hands go, but as you see here, when he lets them go, he's deadly. Box, box, bang. He's got to box and box with that jab, move a little bit, and then let the right hand fly in order to win this fight tonight for Alex Garcia. Those are his keys to the victory. And for Eddie Donaldson, who you see here in the orange trunks, bringing the right hand, boom, right on the chin of Quinn Navarre. He needs to sustain the attack. He has a tendency to be a little bit lazy. He's got to keep busy. Power punching is his game. He needs to maintain that attack attitude. He cannot be happy with landing one shot and stepping back. He needs to stay on the attack. And right now, let's meet both fighters. We'll start off first with the fighting policeman out of Mobile, Alabama. That's Eddie Donaldson here on the 8 Count Boxing Hour. Okay, we're talking to Eddie Donaldson. He'll be facing Alex Garcia in the main event. And Eddie, welcome to Albuquerque, first of all.
Thank you.
And how do you feel about fighting Alex Garcia?
It's a test for me. I feel pretty excited, and excited to be here, and that I'm a worthy opponent for Mr. Garcia.
Yeah, I saw your fight with Quinn Navarre, I believe, on ESPN. Is that the one?
Yes.
You scored a pretty impressive right hand there.
Yes, I came out using the combinations that Mr. Charette wanted me to use, and eventually I caught him with the right hand.
Okay, what was your weight just now?
237.
Is that about where you want it to be?
No, I wanted to be a little lower than that. That's what we have to work with.
Okay. Well, have you been to Albuquerque before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you don't think the altitude, will that affect you in any way, or are you in really good shape, or what do you think?
No, I wish I was in really good shape, but I might have to go on gut instinct.
Okay, what kind of an amateur background did you have, Eddie?
With the Marine Corps, I've won several titles, Southern Golden Gloves, All-Marine Champion, and I came away with one ABF title.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Yes.
So your professional record now, I believe, what, 13-2? Do you consider yourself a knockout puncher?
No, I don't.
No, you're more of a boxer.
I try to.
Boxer puncher, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, do you have any predictions on the fight tomorrow night?
No, I don't.
Okay, how about a message for your opponent? Anything you want to say to him?
Good luck.
Okay, and how about to the people of Albuquerque? Anything you want to say to them?
I'm excited being here, and
okay.
That's about it.
Okay, do you have a nickname, Eddie?
No, back home, most people call me the fighting policeman, but
okay,
we're going to do something about that.
Okay, well, we have a fighting policeman here, too, so you'll just be Eddie Donaldson in the ring, huh?
All right.
Okay, Eddie, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, Eddie Donaldson.
Right.
Thanks, Eddie. We're talking here with the San Fernando Hammer, Alex Garcia, here in town. He's going to be facing Eddie Donaldson in the main event. And Alex, first of all, your opponent, Eddie Donaldson, what do you know about him?
Really nothing. Just seen a tape of him, that's it.
Okay. Did you see his fight with Quinn Navarre? Is that the one?
Yes, that's the one I seen.
Pretty impressive right hand there.
Oh yeah, he just landed right on the button, and there went Navarro. So.
Right. Okay. Did you see anything there that you might use in your fight plan?
No, I mean I don't go into my fights thinking I have to do this, do that to win a fight. I just get in and do what I have to do. What I've been training as doing, trying to box and not get hit. That's the number one thing in fights is to win a fight, lose a fight, is getting hit.
Right. Okay, Alex, your career started off, you were rocket to the top. You hit a little bit of a snag, and I think your career's back on the upward trend now. And after this fight, we'll assume that you're going to get the win tomorrow night. Where does that lead you? Where will you be standing then?
Oh, I don't know. I went on to after tomorrow night. I won't look ahead, I wouldn't say, right. Because, there's nothing after this tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, you just got to get out there and win.
Right.
And then you can sit down and talk whoever's going to talk with the next fight.
You got revenge on Mike Dixon. We saw that on national TV. How did that feel? Pretty good getting him back? Or?
Well, a knockout would have been good. That's what I probably would have wanted, a knockout, but we trained for the fight just to get in there and box and not to get hit. And you fight against a puncher, so you gotta always watch out for that. So, and the guy's a puncher, so I just try to box and stay away and just box and box. If it went 10 rounds, I was in shape for it. So you know, but you never know. I mean, just like the first time I fought him, I mean, I didn't know when he threw the hook. I thought my hand was up and he barely clipped me on the temple, and they went to fight. So, you know, so I don't want to make another mistake like that again.
So you learned from that, and
oh yeah, definitely
made you better.
Oh yeah, I mean, this time instead of sitting there and trying to fight with the guy, get on my toes and try to box him. And that's what I did.
Right. Well, you're training now in Ruidoso, New Mexico. That's pretty high altitude, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
I think it's 8,000 feet or whatever it is.
So you're actually coming down to Albuquerque.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that'll give you a little bit of an edge there, that being acclimated with the altitude?
I mean, to me, it doesn't really bother me. I fought Colorado and coming from LA, and I fought in different states who had high altitude, and it didn't really affect me, you know. So I don't really look at it or make an excuse about it. So I just go out there and do what I have to do.
Right. Well, how do you like Albuquerque so far?
It's laid back. It's laid back. It's, you know, it has there's good and like every city has the good spots and the bad spots. But you know, try to stay out of the bad spots, stay in the good spots.
Right. Right. Okay. Let's see here. You train with a pretty good camp of heavyweights, I think, don't you? Mike Hunter and who else?
Yeah, Mike Hunter. You got Jimmy Thunder, and then you got Timmy. I can't remember his last name, but you know, he's a good tall. You got different kind of experience to get there from that camp. You got one, a puncher. You got Bun Hunter is hard to hit. He's constantly on the move. Then you got Timmy, that's a good boxer and body puncher, and he mixes it up in there. So I mean, you got to go camp. You don't just got all sluggers in there, or you don't got all boxers in there. So you can learn from either way.
Right. Okay. Well, we're going to finish up here. Do you have a message for your opponent? Anything you'd like to say to him?
Good night.
And how about to the people of Albuquerque? What would you like to say to them?
I'm looking forward to people come out and support the boxing card. I mean, it's the first time I'm fighting here, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good crowd. But you know, I don't come in thinking right away it's going to be the crowd pumps me up or makes me low. I mean, I don't really care because I don't pay attention to the crowd. Once I get in there, everything I see like a little tunnel at my opponent, and that's it.
Okay, Alex. Well, we thank you for your time. We wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Well, the point is, nobody ever did. When I was in the sheriff's office, I used to patrol both from Montreal County.
Okay, boxing fans, here we go with the action now. Heavyweights, you've got Eddie Donaldson there in the orange trunks with a record of 13-2. 11 of those 13 wins by knockout. The man has bone-crushing power in his right hand, actually power in both hands, but his right hand is his trademark, and he'll be looking to land that against Alex Garcia. Garcia in the blue trunks, 37-4 with a record with 27 knockouts is his record, weighing in at 235 pounds, originally out of San Fernando, California. And there you see him now coming down the aisle here at the convention center. Originally out of San Fernando, California, his nickname the San Fernando Hammer. And Alex now training out of Ruidoso, New Mexico, up in the high mountains of New Mexico, and he'll try to bring that experience, that training, and being used to the altitude doesn't hurt either, and he hopes to go the distance in a strong way or land a knockout against his opponent, Ed Donaldson, there, who you're looking at. The very strong Ed Donaldson reminds me a lot of Tim Witherspoon. He's got the same style, same body type, but this is going to be a great battle. The odds on this one are about 8-5, maybe in favor of Garcia, but this is a pick-em fight. It can go either way, and this is going to be a matter of who can sustain the attack, who can hurt the other man. Two powerful punchers, Garcia trying to get back into the top 10, and Donaldson on his way up. And right now, let's go up to ring announcer Dom Zarella.
Scheduled for 10 rounds. The man in charge of the ring, the referee, Larry Chapman. Scoring the fight, the judges, Dan Cisneros, Al Gutierrez, and Rocky Burton. Timekeeper, Terry McDowell. Counting for knockdown, Nicky DeBoo. Fighting out of the two corners, Bolton, Alabama, weighing 237 pounds, possessing a record of 13 wins, 2 losses, 11 knockouts. Eddie Donaldson, fighting out of the red corner, weighing 235 pounds, possessing a record of 37 wins, 4 losses, 27 knockouts. San Fernando Valley of California, fighting out of Ruidoso, New Mexico, Alex Garcia.
working with the timekeeper.
And we're just about ready to get underway now with this heavyweight match coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. Dan Cisneros here at ringside. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. 10-round heavyweight main event. Alex Garcia, the man who was once in the top 10 of all the world, taking on a young man who's coming up right now. It's his time, he feels. It's Eddie Donaldson in the orange trunks. We're underway now, round one. Both men are right-handers. Alex Garcia, the San Fernando Hammer, known for that powerful right hand. And Eddie Donaldson as well is known strictly for his right hand. Garcia should be a little bit busier. Alex Garcia, who was a great amateur fighter and came up fast. He was a shooting star in the heavyweight ranks until a series of defeats, of upset losses at the hands, one at the hands of Mike Dixon, also Gary Lane. And since then, Alex Garcia now trying to climb his way back to the top. Eddie Donaldson, who was featured on ESPN scoring a knockout over Quinn Navarre, a very impressive right hand, one-shot knockout. And Eddie Donaldson hoping to do that tonight against Garcia. You see Garcia now shooting the jab out. The knock on Eddie Donaldson, he's not very busy. He's a little bit lazy at times. It's kind of his style. It's not that he's a lazy man. He just has that slow, methodical style. Like I said, very similar to Tim Witherspoon, the former heavyweight champion. And right now you see Donaldson coming up short with that right hand. Garcia bouncing up and down on his toes. And there you see a body shot from Garcia. A good right hand to the body. That's a good idea. Donaldson's open for it, and Garcia will try to take advantage of that. Alex Garcia, who is known as instant excitement in the California area when he first started out, but really trying to work his way back into contention for that big payday and that world title belt. Garcia in the blue trunks throws the right hand there and comes up a little bit short. Garcia, the former NABF heavyweight champion, he held that title, losing it recently to Joe Hipp, who is currently in the top 5 of all sanctioning bodies in the world. Joe Hipp, the man who was mentioned as a possible opponent for Michael Moorer for that world title. Alex Garcia, as we said earlier, lost that surprising knockout at the hands of Mike Dixon. That fight taking place at the Riviera in Las Vegas, Nevada. And that fight was seen on USA Network. But Garcia came back to get his revenge, scoring a decision victory over Dixon. And he avenges that loss. Right now you see Donaldson getting the left hand in there. Garcia's been a little bit busier. Neither man really scoring heavy here, but Garcia has just been a little bit more active, probably taking this first round. You see Donaldson there missing the right hand. Garcia comes back again with a body shot. Again, Garcia scores to the body, and that's going to pay dividends. As Donaldson's not doing a lot, Garcia is scoring to the body, and that ends the first round. So not a real action-packed first round, but Garcia being smart, taking advantage of the lethargic style of Eddie Donaldson, and Garcia goes to the body to score some pretty good body shots in there. We have to give him that first round, and you're looking into the corner now of Alex Garcia, being handled by Ron Weathers, the man you see working on him. Weathers was the mastermind behind the return of George Foreman. And right now he's hoping that he can resurrect another heavyweight, Alex Garcia. Garcia with an impressive record, 37-4, 27 of those wins by knockout. So a slight edge in that opening round to Garcia. Coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dan Cisneros at ringside. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour here on Public Access Channel 27, Community Cable Television. Round 2 underway now. Larry Chavez drops his hands, and Garcia and Donaldson meet in the center of the ring. Again, Eddie Donaldson will kind of lull you to sleep with that slow pace, kind of hypnotize you, and then boom, he'll bring the right hand. You got to watch for that. Garcia now again bouncing on his toes, trying to stick the jab in there. And Donaldson scores with a jab of his own. Again, Donaldson throwing that lazy jab out there. He's just pushing it. He's not really popping it. And Garcia should be able to come over the top. Although Alex really not known for his hand speed. a much quicker fighter would be able to take advantage of that, and he'd come right over the top of that lazy jab with the right hand. Again, you see Donaldson coming up just a little bit short there. Garcia now sticks the jab in the face of Donaldson. Alex Garcia trying to get that rhythm, trying to get that feeling again when he was on top of the world, in the top 10 of all the sanctioning bodies in the world of professional boxing. And if he can just get back into that groove again, he'd like to make one more charge at a world title shot. Alex Garcia, the stablemate of a fast-rising contender, James Thunder from New Zealand. James Thunder is fighting on the undercard of this fight here, and he is scheduled to fight for the IBO World Heavyweight title against Donnell Nicholson, I believe. And with Thunder and Garcia, I guess you've got a 1-2 punch, thunder and lightning. Alex Garcia hoping to strike with a little bit of lightning of his own right here in round 2. Again, Donaldson giving ground, backing up a little bit, trying to exchange jabs with Garcia, but Garcia's moving forward a little bit more aggressive, and not a whole lot of action happening here in the second round. But that aggression, again, could pull out the slight edge to Garcia unless Donaldson does something. Again, Garcia trying to work his way in. You can see he's setting up the right hand, and there it was. He let it fly. It didn't land solid, but you can see his plan. Oh, there's a good right hand that sneaks in through the gloves of Donaldson, and Donaldson kind of walks back. Tries to counter punch back, but you can see that that right hand did bother Ed Donaldson. And there's a good body shot now from Garcia. And the referee calls it a low blow and asks Garcia to bring him up. Referee Larry Chavez out of the North Valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico. One of the fine corps of referees here in the state of New Mexico. Again, referee Chavez separates the two. And Donaldson again coming with that slow right hand. Oh, and he gets one in on the head of Garcia. Now Alex kind of ties him up. Donaldson continuing to work on him, and that ends the round. So just a little bit of action there at the very end of the round. Another close round, maybe a slight edge to Garcia, but hard to say. Not a whole lot to choose from. And you're looking into the corner of Eddie Donaldson, and we look at the replay now. You see Garcia there trying to stick the jab. He moves forward and boom, throws the right hand, comes back with the left, and Donaldson kind of backs up. You're going to see a right hand again right there. Just kind of got through the gloves. You see Donaldson's left leg kind of wander off there. So Garcia did some pretty good scoring in there. We'll give him the slight edge on the first 2 rounds. And you can just feel the anticipation that something big is bound to happen with these 2 big punchers, Eddie Donaldson and Alex Garcia. And there's the bell for round 3. Round 3 underway. We're scheduled for 10. These are heavyweights. Alex Garcia in the blue trunks, Ed Donaldson in the orange trunks. And you will remember in the opening keys to the victory, we suggested that Garcia not be shy, and he's kind of shying away right now from some right hands of Donaldson. Garcia grabs him and spins him around. And Donaldson got a little bit aggressive there, and Alex Garcia just kind of grabbed him around the body. There's a left hand that kind of strayed a little bit low. Donaldson now with a left hand, comes back with a left-right combination. And they tie up. Garcia pretty smart. When he feels that he's in any kind of trouble, he'll tie up. That's a little bit of that experience we were talking about in the opening keys to the victory. Again, both men just kind of posing, waiting to land the right hand. Looks like either man can be hit, but they're just both kind of respecting each other and not letting their hands fly. Again, you see Alex Garcia trying to land the left hand. We're in round 3, scheduled for 10. These are the heavyweights, the big boys of boxing. Oh, and Garcia lands a right hand. Donaldson kind of shaken up a little bit. He staggers back. Garcia comes back with a left to the body. Right hands now from Alex Garcia, and Donaldson moves forward. He tries to tie Garcia up, and look at Alex now. He'd like to finish him off right here. Left hand uppercut lands from Garcia, and he just pushes Donaldson off of him. Donaldson runs into the right hand, and Alex Garcia really going to work here. Had Donaldson in a little bit of trouble. He's still holding on. He doesn't look quite right yet. Garcia just looking for that finishing shot, and Ed Donaldson just tying him up, trying to slow him down and clear his head. Again, and now Donaldson comes back with a right hand, and Garcia backs into the ropes. Both men working hard here. Ed Donaldson was hurt, but he's coming back strong here. And Garcia really had him shook up, but Donaldson now plodding forward, tying him up, trying to let the clock run by. But that would be 3 rounds in a row for Alex Garcia. There's a right hand that just grazes the head of Garcia. Donaldson being outscored heavily, but he's pecking away, trying to get back into this round. You're watching Community Cable Channel 27, public access in Albuquerque. And there's a right hand from Alex Garcia. And Garcia's hurt a little bit. He wobbles, and he's holding on now. Garcia was hurt. He's really shaken up. Donaldson now trying to finish him. Ed Donaldson comes in on the attack at the bell. Garcia answers back right at the bell. Oh, a wild round. Both men hurt in that round. Most of the round controlled by Garcia, but that final flurry in the last few seconds may have stolen that round for Ed Donaldson, but both men were hurt there in the 3rd round. Good action coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. And right now you're looking into the corner of Eddie Donaldson. He was really shaken up there in that 3rd round. Came back strong though with a flurry of his own against Garcia. And now we look at some replay action. You'll see Garcia boom with the left. Oh, he lands the big right hand, and you just see Donaldson turn to jello. Garcia just missed with that right half uppercut, but he comes back with some good shots to the head. And you see Donaldson hanging on for his life here. And Garcia just walks forward and throws the bomb and ends it with an uppercut there. You see Donaldson just hanging on, looking out into the audience. So a good action round. Slight edge to Garcia maybe, but he was hurt too. We go into round 4 now. We're scheduled for 10. These are the heavyweights. Alex Garcia fighting in Albuquerque, New Mexico against Mobile, Alabama's Eddie Donaldson in the orange trunks. Garcia just pecking away now with that jab. And there's a little left hook. Donaldson just kind of leaps in with that left hook. And Garcia now trying to be slick and get away from the power of Donaldson, ties him up. Just grabs him around the waist with that left hand and ties him up. Donaldson again now trying to work behind that jab. And Garcia with his hands up high, trying to put up a good defense against the power of Ed Donaldson. Garcia built an early lead in this fight, and he's trying to hang on to it now. Ed Donaldson was hurt badly in that 3rd round, but also Garcia got stung at the end of the round. Again, both men just kind of posing, trying to find an opening. Oh, Garcia misses badly with that wild right. And now Donaldson tries to counter on that. And there's Donaldson again working with that jab. Garcia moving a little bit, but not staying busy enough. And I think so far Ed Donaldson may be taking this round. Garcia tries to get in there with that left hook. The San Fernando Hammer, Alex Garcia, once the talk of the boxing world, now trying to resurrect his career against a young, hungry up-and-comer who's coming off a big knockout upset. That's Eddie Donaldson. And Garcia now with that little uppercut comes back with a left to the body. Garcia started off well with that body attack, but he seems to have kind of slacked off now. And now Donaldson tries to reach him with a right hand, but doesn't get there. And the two tie up again. Referee Larry Chavez gets between these two big men. And Larry Chavez is going to have a real workout tonight separating these two. Oh, man, a good right hand from Donaldson. Garcia gets rocked. He's holding on. Again, Donaldson comes back with a left right. Oh, and he runs into the jab of Garcia. And now Donaldson lands a right hand. You see the spray go flying, and Garcia banging on the body of Donaldson there on the clinch. Boy, referee Larry Chavez having his hands full. Nearly 500 pounds of beef in there. And that ends the round. So I think a good round for Ed Donaldson. I got to give it to him here at the 8-count boxing hour. And here's a replay of that. Now watch this. Oh man, you see Donaldson just run into that jab as Garcia was retreating, but he comes back with a right hand to the head, and then Garcia just goes 1, 2, 3 to the kidney area there. As we look into the corner of Eddie Donaldson. Eddie, who is a policeman full-time and really doesn't have time to devote full-time to boxing, doing pretty well for himself. I mean, he told me that he just likes to get out there and show the crowd what he can do. He says they call him the fighting policeman back in Mobile, Alabama. So we're just about ready to get it back underway here. And there it is. We're in round 5, coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. Eddie Donaldson and Alex Garcia. Neither man showing a lot of speed, but plenty of power. Both men have been hurt in this fight. Alex Garcia, who trains at altitude at Rio Doso, New Mexico. He's a stablemate of Tim Puller, James Thunder, and Mike the Bounty Hunter. And they say that those guys really give each other some good work up there. And it's great to be at the altitude. He's coming down to fight in Albuquerque, believe it or not. And now Donaldson charging forward. Eddie Donaldson said at the pre-fight interview that he wishes that he would have been in top shape, that he really was not in 100% shape. Maybe taking this fight on a little bit of short notice, but he felt he was in at least 95% shape, so he feels he has a good chance to upset Alex Garcia here. Garcia, who was at one time thought nearly invincible by many in the boxing world, but after the string of really shocking losses, they were lining up to fight Garcia, looking at him as just a big name to put on their ledger. And Eddie Donaldson would like to do that for himself here. We're in round 5, scheduled for 10. These are the heavyweights. And there you see Donaldson now with a left-right. Comes in and immediately Garcia ties him up. So anytime Alex Garcia senses danger, he'll tie his man up. A lot of fighters just don't do that. They get hurt and they just start swinging back. And I think Alex Garcia has learned from his past experiences that when he feels in danger, there's nothing wrong with tying up. And there's Donaldson again leaping in with that left hook. Oh, and both men shoot jabs out there. Donaldson now coming forward a little bit. Ooh, and there's Garcia digging a good body shot. Oh, and Garcia throws that right hand again, just misses. Donaldson tries to answer back. Neither man really taking full control of this fight. Oh, and a sneaky little right there by Ed Donaldson. And that ends the round. So a very close round. And we look at we jump right into the next round here. Garcia now trying to stick that jab in there, get it started. He needs to get that rhythm. Neither man really a fast starter. And there you see Donaldson now trying to land a jab of his own. 2, 3, 4. Garcia comes back with a right. And Donaldson with his own right. Both men trading shots here. Oh, and Donaldson with a big wind-up right hand to the head of Alex Garcia. And you can see with every shot, the spray just flying from the heads of these two guys. Plenty of water between rounds, and Garcia again with the right hand. Even when they touch gloves, the water sprays. There's Donaldson with a right hand now, comes back with the left. Again, a big left hand. Eddie Donaldson starting to heat up a little bit in this one. Again, Donaldson getting busy with his hands. Garcia moving a little bit now, trying to move to his left. We're in round 6. This bout scheduled for 10. Dan Cisneros at ringside. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. Tonight's main event, a good one now. Eddie Donaldson on the attack against his opponent, Alex Garcia. Ties him up and just leaves Donaldson on the ropes. Donaldson kind of covering himself. He didn't want to take a cheap shot there, but Garcia stepped back like a gentleman, and now Donaldson, very ungentlemanlike, throws a right hand. And Garcia again tying up, and Larry Chavez really getting a workout here, the referee. Again, Donaldson comes back with that left hand, and Garcia ties up again. Both men now exchanging, but Donaldson, oh, and there's a left hand to the chin of Donaldson. Stood him straight up, but he had landed about 3 or 4 before that. And now Donaldson coming in with a right hand again. And just kind of stumbles back. Boy, Eddie Donaldson starting to look tired. He's just kind of falls off to the side there. And meanwhile, Garcia just ties him up. Donaldson short with a right hand and misses with a left. Comes back again, missing with a big right hand. Again, Donaldson trying to get it started. And there's a good left hand now. And Garcia's a little hurt again. He's holding on. He grabs the leg of Ed Donaldson there at the bell. Again, Donaldson hurts his man, but Garcia, like a cat with 9 lives, being saved by the bell again. There you see Ed Donaldson being worked on by his cornermen. Grueling match. Both men are tired. Both men are hurt. They're going to be hurting when this one's over. We're heading into the 7th round of this bout, scheduled for 10, so we got 4 rounds to go. Here's a little replay action of Garcia. He was really hurt here, and he just reaches down and grabs the leg of Donaldson, anything to get away from the attack of Ed Donaldson. Getting a little WWF action in there. So we're just about ready to start round 7. We're scheduled for 10. The heavyweights, Eddie Donaldson and Alex Garcia, coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. Oh, Garcia tries that right hand. Donaldson's been working with both hands now. He tries the left right. There it is again. And Garcia trying to grab that leg again. He gets a warning from referee Larry Chavez to knock it off. And Donaldson tries to come out here smoking with a quick combination. Warning for the elbow there to Ed Donaldson. Donaldson again with a little right hand. Oh, and he throws the left hand in there right to the face of Garcia. And Alex Garcia with a big right hand there. Flush on the chin, but Donaldson took it. Donaldson has been a little bit more aggressive here. He started real slow, but maybe feeling that he has the edge, and he's coming in a little bit more aggressively now. Garcia starts to shoot the jab in there. Garcia scores with that jab again and again, follows it with a right but misses. And the two tie up again. Okay, time is called by referee Larry Chavez. We've got loose tape on the glove of Garcia. So Ron Weathers will get to work on that right away. A welcomed rest for Garcia, and while they're at it, Ed Donaldson's tape is coming off of his glove, so both men make a pit stop here. I don't know who's more glad to have a rest. Both men are exhausted as we're in the 7th round of action here of this bout scheduled for 10. As these two lumbering power punchers. Oh, and there's a solid connection. Garcia's really hurt now. He is really hurt. Wobbling across the ring. Donaldson trying to finish him here. He can't quite get that combination. There's the right hand. Again, another right hand. And the referee steps in this fight. Okay, he's giving him a standing 8 count. Oh, man, I thought the fight was over right there. Referee Larry Chavez elects to give Garcia the standing 8 count, which is in effect at the discretion of the referee here in New Mexico. Garcia being looked at closely by Larry Chavez. Now Donaldson coming in for the kill, would like to finish him off right here. And Ed Donaldson is just grimacing in pain. He's exhausted, trying to find the finisher here. He had Garcia wobbling all across the ring. Big round for Eddie Donaldson. So Donaldson, who was really hurt bad early in the fight, has Garcia in trouble now, and Garcia now retreating, sticking the jab in the face of Donaldson. And Eddie Donaldson thought he had him, but the 8 count counting just like a knockdown. So a good round, big round for Ed Donaldson. Comes forward again with the 1-2. And Garcia tying him up. And Alex Garcia, I don't know if he's running out of gas, starting to hold an awful lot here. And his quest for that top 10 world rating really in jeopardy here. Oh man, another left hand and a chopping right by Donaldson. Garcia just trying to survive this round. He's really been rocked, being knocked all over the ring. Again, the bell saves Alex Garcia, who was in a world of trouble in that 7th round. Oh boy, he was in a world of trouble. Alex Garcia has his hands full here. He built up an early lead in this fight. But after that big round for Donaldson, this is a very close fight. And you can see Eddie Donaldson just grimacing from, I guess it's from exhaustion, or maybe wishing he could have found the finishing combination to put Garcia away here. And here's the replay. You see Garcia with a good right hand of his own, and it looked like he might do good this round, but a little later on you see, oh man, a solid combination. And Garcia was in the 3rd world right there, being just pummeled across the ring and trying to grab on and hold on, but Donaldson wouldn't let him. Real smart on the part of Ed Donaldson. And you see a referee Larry Chavez jump in to administer the 8 count to Alex Garcia. So we've got a punishing heavyweight fight here on the 8 count boxing hour. Alex Garcia, the fan favorite, but right now he's really struggling. Very close fight, I'm sure, on the scorecards of all 3 judges. Garcia building that big early lead, looked like he was going to cruise to a victory, but Eddie Donaldson coming on in the middle rounds. And the 7th round was really bad luck for Alex Garcia. Again, you see Alex trying to sneak that right hand in there. He had Donaldson hurt earlier, and he would like to get him hurt again. Garcia, who can be a deadly finisher when he has his man hurt, would really like to just land that right hand. I know what he's thinking, but he's got to watch out. Ed Donaldson is dangerous, and you see Garcia now on his toes a little bit trying to box. And the 2 tie up. Boy, Eddie Donaldson could just kick himself. He had Garcia right where he wanted him, but could not put him away. And now Garcia lands a good left hand to the head of Ed Donaldson. Eddie with a little grazing shot and a little grazing right hand there. Donaldson also just, oh, and Garcia tries that uppercut and just missed, but followed it with a left hook. Donaldson just can't seem to land flush on the chin of Garcia. Garcia a little bit more elusive than he looks. Oh, and he just missed again with that big uppercut. Garcia would, you can see him setting that up now, and then Donaldson just comes forward with a 2-handed attack. But Garcia trying to set up that uppercut. It's kind of dangerous to throw it from that far out. And again, the tape on the gloves of Eddie Donaldson coming off. Both men again will get a little bit of a pit stop here. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. Dan Cisneros at ringside. This action coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. This is the main event. Our featured match of the night. You're looking at Alex Garcia in the blue trunks and his opponent Eddie Donaldson in the orange trunks. Alex Garcia with a big name, but Ed Donaldson earning a name for himself here against Alex Garcia. Both men are very dangerous. Lots of power in the ring here. Both men have been hurt. They've been wobbled. And there you see Garcia sneaking that little right hand in there. And I think Alex would do well to go back to the body. He started in the first round looking like he was going to go to the body, and he was scoring well, but since then, oh, and there's a good right hand followed with a left. Garcia now getting a little bit angry. And it's Donaldson tying up, and he just falls into the ropes. Eddie Donaldson, I don't know if he was hurt or what. He just kind of fell over into the ropes there. And now Ed Donaldson holding on. So Garcia may have hurt Donaldson here a little bit. Eddie just kind of holding on. It's been Garcia doing the holding. There's a good body shot from Garcia again. And Ed Donaldson just hanging on for all he's worth. Okay, that's being ruled as a low blow. They're going to give Donaldson time. Boy, I don't know. It looked like it was right on the belt, but the bell rings, and that's that. So Ed Donaldson, I don't know what was wrong with him there. He was just kind of hanging on there. Look at him plop down on the stool. Here's a replay. Oh, and there's a right hand left. Donaldson was shook up. He was hurt. And there you see him now trying to hold on. And Garcia is so tired he can't quite find the finisher. And you see him just kind of shrug Donaldson off, and Donaldson falls into the ropes. So a grueling fight, man. These two big guys are really putting the hurt on each other. And it looks now like just a matter of who can survive to the 10th round. We had a good fight on the undercard here. We had Jimmy Thunder and Marion Wilson, that man who scored that upset draw against Ray Mercer, and he came in here against Jimmy Thunder. We'd like to get that fight for you sometime in the future on the 8-count boxing hour. But right now you're looking at the big boys, the main event. Eddie Donaldson and Alex Garcia, a grueling match, close fight. This fight could go either way. And now you see both men just trading shots again. Here we go. Oh, and Donaldson with two left hands in a row. Right to the head of Garcia. Not a lot of power, but they were just kind of snapped his head back. And Donaldson has been dangerous with both hands in this fight. He's known for the right, but he's been sticking that left in there and doing some damage with it. Now Garcia tries a left of his own. And Donaldson with a big right hand. Boy, maybe not the most artistic fight you ever saw. Neither man looking like Muhammad Ali, but when it comes to pure punching power, these guys are hurting each other. They're showing a lot of heart in the ring. And Donaldson just kind of putting his weight on Garcia, pushing him back into the ropes. And referee Larry Chavez really having his hands full in there. Oh, a good left hand from Garcia. Donaldson comes back with a left. Garcia with a left hand again. Tries the uppercut on the inside. And Donaldson answers back with a combination. Both men just kind of come out of nowhere with flurries. Oh, and Garcia ran into a left hand there. Oh, a big right from Donaldson. And Eddie Donaldson again, Garcia holding on smartly, stopping the attack of Donaldson. Both men just seem to have enough energy to explode with a combination, and then they just go into their holding mode. Again, Donaldson with some left hands here. Garcia retreating, and Donaldson now scoring again. Garcia holds on. Again, Alex Garcia building the early lead, but Donaldson coming on strong. And Ed Donaldson just staying a little bit busier here in this 9th round. The action coming to you from the Albuquerque Convention Center. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour, bringing you the action. Just a bruising battle on both parts. These men have a lot of heart. You can see they're in pain, and Donaldson just lumbering forward, almost falling into Garcia, throwing shots. And that ends the 9th round. I got to give that round to Donaldson, and on my scorecard, I've got this fight even. And you're looking at a replay of the action right there. Big right hand, or a big left hand from Eddie Donaldson. We go to the 10th and final round, and I got to tell you, I've got this fight dead even. Dead even. In my opinion, the winner of this round wins this fight. And Eddie Donaldson has been coming on strong. Garcia's going to really have to suck it up here. And you can see his corner pleading with him. They know it's a close fight. Garcia off to that quick start, but Donaldson just like a blue-collar worker, just working his way right back into this fight. We come down to the 10th and final round here. The crowd up on their feet, and there was a time when it looked like this fight would not possibly get into the final round. Now you see Garcia coming out with a jab. Looks like he's going to try to just box his way to a victory. Both men need this round. And you see an exhausted pair of fighters. Garcia now working behind the jab again. Garcia doing a lot of holding in the about maybe from the 6th round on, but there's a little right hand sneaking in, and Garcia immediately tied up. The two men tie up here. Again, Garcia sticking that left hand to the face of Donaldson. Eddie missing with a big right. And this fight could come down to the man with the most left in his gas tank. They're both exhausted. There's a good body shot from Garcia, as Donaldson just kind of walked right in, and Garcia unloads with the left hand. You can see Donaldson just sucking for air. Again, the left hand to the body from Garcia. I think those body shots are taking their toll. And Donaldson just kind of lays back and throws that slow left jab out there. It's a pawing jab. And Donaldson just kind of falls into Garcia, and referee Larry Chavez has been kept very busy separating these two giants. Again, Donaldson just holding on to Garcia. His gas tank looks like it's reading empty right now. And he just kind of lays forward and just lumbers right into Garcia. Again, the loose tape on the glove of Donaldson, and look at him, he just kind of lays in the corner there and takes a right hand from Garcia. And Donaldson can't afford to do this. He needs to win this round. This is a close fight. Another left hand from Garcia. And Donaldson missing now. He's just about out of gas. The mile-high altitude of Albuquerque, New Mexico could be playing a part in this fight. Garcia, who trains in Ruidoso, is much more acclimated to the thin air up here. And as we go into this final round, Garcia has been a little busier. You see Donaldson now just kind of holding on to him. Again, Donaldson runs into the left jab of Garcia, and the two tie up. Again, Garcia working with that left hand. Doing some nice work here in this 10th round. It's a close fight, and I think the man who wins this round is really going to really needs it. I mean, this fight could go either way. Both men are struggling here. And that ends the fight, the final bell. It was a grueling match. Boy, these two men are exhausted. They're going to sleep good tonight, but a lot of pain being administered by both fighters. Concern in the corners of both fighters too. Boy, this fight could go either way. It could even be a draw. Well, the man who wins this fight definitely earned it. Both guys were just exhausted, but they continued to fight with all they had, and you got to give them credit. Alex Garcia surviving an onslaught at the hands of Eddie Donaldson, and Donaldson just running out of gas, and Garcia able to come back in that 10th and final round. But boy, this fight had ebbs and flows. It went back and forth, and either man could be the winner. The crowd is just kind of buzzing as we're just getting ready now to get the decision announced on this fight. Eddie Donaldson, all the way from Mobile, Alabama, and his opponent out of San Fernando, California, now training in Ruidoso, New Mexico, the San Fernando Hammer, Alex Garcia. The winner of this fight will take a step up. The loser takes a step back, but such a close fight that really neither man's going to be hurt real badly as far as reputation goes. This is a good fight, a good close fight. Larry Chavez calls the two to the center of the ring. And we're just about ready now to go up to ring announcer Dominic Zarella, and he'll give us the decision of the judges on this close match. Cross your fingers, here we go.
Give these two boxers a big hand. We have a unanimous decision. Judge Alvin Burr scores at 96-95. Judge Dan Cisneros scores at 96-95. Judge Rocky Burke scores at 98-94. For the winner, Alex Garcia.
So a unanimous decision for Alex Garcia, who runs his record now to 38-4 and puts himself back into the heavyweight hunt. And Eddie Donaldson now falls to 13-3 with 11 knockouts. And his performance really doesn't hurt him. It was a close decision. 1 point on 2 of the judges' scorecards, including my own, and 4 points on the other. It was a grueling close match, but congratulations to the San Fernando Hammer, Alex Garcia. We understand he's scheduled to fight November 16th in Albuquerque again, so come out and see him.